All right, just a quick little update. It's been a busy morning here so far. You can see the excavators here in the background. We just knocked down this big tree that was right over here, right up behind the barn right there. That thing is massive, but I think they've taken out quite a bit. This has been thinned out a lot here so far. There might be a few more that get felled, but everything that's over there by the shed is down. Might get a couple more that are up here on this hill, but this is fun. This is exciting. A lot of work going on. But I also want to give you a little bit of an update on something I've been working on this morning. So we've been using this little tent for an outhouse. I'm going to build a little outhouse as well. Something that's a little unique to this design is it's going to be, I built kind of a pallet subfloor structure so that we can move it around. So it's something that we could take and put into the shop and use there temporarily, but it's also something when it's done, it's got a pressure treated base so that we can go and move it wherever we need to on the property. If there's a cabin or over by the shed or wherever we want to, so that we'll have an outhouse, composting, toilet outhouse available too. So I got all the lumber here to at least get everything framed up. We are fighting a little bit of a light rain right now. Radar looks like we might get a little bit heavier rain. And looking across over there, it looks like it's just coming down a little bit better. So I'm not sure how much I'm going to get done on this this morning. Might have to take a little bit of a break until the rain stops. But in the meantime, this is really fun. A lot of trees getting cleared out, especially the unhealthy ones, the split tops, and the ones that are at risk for falling on buildings, which is really important to get out of here. All right, I'll get you updated in a little bit. I'm making some progress here. The rain's kind of cooperated so far, so I've been able to get a little bit of this done. Well, let me show you what I've got here so far on this decking. So you can see the very bottom of it is 3/4 sheet of pressure treated ground contact plywood, and then the 2x, what is that? That's a 2x8 on the outside, and then a 2x4 on the inside. Although it's ground contact, and then I've got a 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch OSB. And then we're framing it now perpendicularly to that with the floor joists, even though it's sitting on that plywood. But what it's done is it's created this cavity that I'm able to just drop some insulation in really quickly. And it's just some leftover wall insulation that I had, but at least the floor will be a little bit better insulated. And we're just gonna put this composting toilet in it, but it'll be nice in winter, especially if it's below freezing and we still are using it outside. It'll be nice to have at least somewhere that's comfortable to sit down for a few minutes. But it's going to be the same shed style design that we did for the solar shed, with that mono slope roof on the front with an exterior door. And so I'm going to go ahead and frame it all up. But I just wanted to show you that pallet structure base is going to let us use the forklifts with the tractor and move it wherever we need to. So this will be a mobile outhouse for the most part, and we'll be able to move it around without damaging it by dragging it. I just finished up the deck, the foundation for the whole outhouse. So this is 4 feet wide by 6 feet long. Now I could have, when I design things, I like to try and use standard dimensions as much as possible. So this would have been probably a little bit easier and not too much more expensive to just go 4 feet wide by 8 feet long. It'd be full sheets on the bottom, the middle, and the top. I wouldn't have to trim any of the these rim boards or anything like that. But I'm a little bit worried about the weight and the forward weight. So if I've got the tractor in the back with the forklift pallet, and I've got 8 feet of distance clear out to here, and all the weight that's out here on the front, I'm worried that I'm not going to be able to tip and tilt that back to be able to lift it. So that's why I went with 6 feet. The reason why 6 feet on the design instead of something smaller like 4x4 is just because there's going to be an inward swinging door. So it's going to swing in like this, and then you're going to have it's going to be pretty spacious. It's probably a little bit too large. Probably could have trimmed it down a little bit, but then you're going to have the composting toilet in the back, walls all around, and then a sloping roof up to the front. So that's kind of how it's shaping up. I'm pleased with it. Feels pretty good. I mean, I'm on gravel and it's uneven, so it's a little wobbly, but structure-wise, it's solid. It's not echoey, and it feels like it's a pretty good, solid foundation on which we can build. So I'm gonna keep going. Front wall. So you can see from over here, we got the front wall up over here and the back wall up over here. So we'll do the rake walls here, similar to how we did with the shed, where we'll have, probably just do them all in place, where we'll have the top plate, top and bottom plates. Well, the bottom plate will be framed, and then we'll do the left and right studs, and we'll set the top plate in, and then we'll go through and we'll measure and cut each of the studs to fit exactly in with the right angle It should be right around a 14 or 15 degree pitch for this. Designed it similar to the shed. So yeah, we'll get some walls, maybe some roof rafters on too today. We'll have to see how it goes. All right, I finished up the rake wall on the left-hand side here. So I still have the rake wall to do here on the right. I framed out the top and bottom plates and the left and the right studs, and then I just went through and I cut all the other studs. The nice part about that, even though I'm cutting on an angle, once you've determined the pitch and the interval spacing of how much each stud gets longer as you go up, is you just keep increasing by that same amount. It's a constant increase. So for every 16 inches on center that we move over a stud, the extra distance on the short side of the stud going up, we're going to add 4 1/4 inches. So we've got that. I got them all cut, all 4 of them. I'm going to get them all nailed in place here. Go stand next to the berm pile. Yeah, you can't even really tell how big this thing is. But, I mean, it's probably 20 feet up from, not from the hill. So we had a pile of dirt that was right there where Jessica's standing. But if you look kind of down here in this area, up to the top, it's probably a good, yeah, maybe like 15, 16 feet. Huge old berm pile. We'll be doing that in a week or so. But yeah, look, we got all the big trees that were right there, all down. We had all the dead ones that were over here. All those are gone. All the dead, visible, like the dead tops that we saw.
Yeah.
We cut those out. Even the one that was all the way down there.
Drew. Come over here, I can get a picture for Grandma.
The one that was blocking the fireworks view.
Oh, nice.
That one's out. I saw one more dead one, but he wanted to go home, so. Look at all these logs.